Welcome to the Mindset Mastery Masterclass. Okay, so this is an open edition, but I want it to be as fun, as interesting, as demure, as delicious as possible. Um, so yes, let me know if you can hear me clearly. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. You're welcome. Good evening, everybody. Hope you are ready. Hope you are enthusiastic about tonight's session. It's about to go down. We will be sharing a lot of things. If I have a lot of comments, I'll show my face. Living Saint, I saw your message. Sorry I couldn't respond. Hey, I've been through a lot today. Well done. If I get a lot of comments, I will show my face. If not, I'll hide my face and then we'll do this as audio call all through. Okay? So you're all welcome. If you're joining from Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, whichever platform you're using to watch this, you're welcome. You're welcome. We're going to have fun tonight. So this session is basically about mindset. It's about mindset. And if you look at the way the inner circle has been structured, it's procedural. Okay, it's procedural in the sense that we are taking it bit by bit from mindset to clarity to um, circles and competence to strategy, structure, system, and eventually launch. Okay, that's the way it was structured. So this is like one of the very first classes we are having. Um, and believe me, I have prepared for this. I have prepared. I have prepared to to break things tonight. Okay, so who wants to see my face? See the way I'm doing shakara with my face, as if anybody wants to see it. Who wants to see my face? Who wants to see it? I mean, I should I do like federal government palliative? Someone is saying he can't hear. Nathan Pete. Okay. I can't hear now. Nathan, try. Somebody can tell him to log out and log back in, or try any other platform. There's YouTube, there's Facebook, there's LinkedIn. So please, Nathan should try. You can message him on the group. Okay, let's see your face. Let's see your face. Okay. Okay, let me see how it's going to be. Let me do small shakara first. Let me do small shakara before eventually showing my handsome face. Okay. So, Nathan, I can hear you now. Beautiful. So, what I want you all to do right now is help me do one thing. Wherever you're watching this, just hit the like button. It's an open session, so when you hit the like button and you engage in the comment section, more people are going to be alerted that something is going on here. Okay, so we want to have more people here. The more, the merrier. The session is only compulsory for those in the inner circle. It's only compulsory. So if you have a friend that you don't want the person, you want to see this person till the end of this program, you can go and do small amebo for them. Just go and whisper to them. See, use style and be here. Coach is about to do something. It's only compulsory for them. But other people who are passing by, that's fine. I won't come and catch them in their house. There's nothing I can do. I was like, oh, the first like, beautiful. I wonder, thank you. Okay. So yes, this is my face. This is my face. This is my face. I've been through a lot today. I don't look like what I've been through, honestly. Okay, I hope this is better. So somebody said finally, beautiful. So yes, we're going to be having fun tonight. Mindset. What is mindset? What is mindset? What is mindset? Now, I don't know if you've come to that point of your life. I mean, if you've ever had such an experience where you get to, you want to do something. Thank you, Living Saint. So there's a point you want to do something, you want to attempt something, but then there's something in your head screaming that you can't. There's something just telling you that, okay, no, this thing is not possible, right? Or somebody tells you something. There's something at the back of your head that keeps saying it's not possible. you know Take for instance, when people say something like, okay, I made so and so amount in X number of days, right? I went to Facebook, and I posted something. I don't know if any one of you saw it. Nigeria teachers community, Nigerian teachers, whatever. There's a group, Nigerian teachers something something. I made a post and I said, see, one of the reasons keeping a lot of teachers poor is simply that they do not think beyond their salaries. They don't think beyond salary. I knew that post was going to cause trouble, and it did. I knew people were going to come and insult me, lambast me, and I was ready for it. Yes, Bukola saw it. I was ready. I was all in for it, no problems. You know why that would always happen? You know why I'm not surprised? People are going to take decision in life. People are going to respond to situations and opportunities based on their subconscious wiring, based on the the perceptions they have about life that has been concreted by experiences and exposure. Okay, so when I talk about mindset, I love to think of nature nurture rule. See, there are some things that if they are beyond your realm of experience and exposure, you will never believe that they are possible. So if all you have known in life is the fact that for you to make money, the money has to come at the end of the month after 30 days. That is, indoctrination, repetition that has gone into indoctrination. This is what you saw almost all through your life growing up, right? So if that's the mentality that you have, if that's the education that you have, it's going to be hard for you to see somebody who is wealthy that is not earning, you know, every 30 days, or that is not doing what you're doing. I mean, somebody who is doing maybe freelancing or coaching or something else, and they're making a lot of money, and they say it online, and you see people coming out to doubt, to insult them. It's because it's way beyond their comprehension. They can't seem to understand this. Okay, so it's up here. It's the realm of the mind. So today we are doing two things. We are trying to juxtapose this grammar why I speak now. I don't even know where they carry and they go, but we are trying to put two things in perspective. What happens at the mind? What happens at the subconscious level? So in your mind, there's conscious and subconscious existing parallelly. Hi. Now wow. Now wow. Some coaches then to do. Huh? This my grandma. Who did I meet today that it is just flowing like that, like that. Okay. So there could be parallel, not that there could be, there always will be parallel existence of subconscious and conscious. Okay. So now, when we talk about the mind is hi goodness, no, 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 no. I wanted to say the mind is an existential framework, but leave that thing a beg. Let me break this thing down. It is the totality. I saw a definition online. The totality of you know um what did they even call it? A psychological phenomenon that entails your awareness, so your memory, your biases, your perceptions, okay? Okay, so that framework of everything involved in your thoughts, your perceptions, ideas, These are not usually things that you can substantiate. They're not usually things that you can touch and feel. Okay, when I say feel, in a way you can feel, because emotion is also part of it. Emotion, ideas, thoughts, memory. I mentioned something else, imagination. All these things happen in the realm of the mind. But the thing is, scientists have not been able to point out specifically which organ is the mind. There's a portion of the human brain that, by looking at neurobiology and the function of all those things and the concentration, where those things concentrate, there's a part of the human brain where, you know, um, there has been a culprit most of the time. They catch the guy and say, no, you are the mind, you are the mind. But that's not true. It's more of a process than it is a structure. Okay, so there's a mapping, complex interconnections in the brain that goes, in fact, it's not just the brain, the whole body. But what we can say the mind is, it is the seat of human wisdom, decisions, thoughts, ideas. This is where your decisions overflow from. Okay, so it means that before you are able to conceive certain things, before you are able to do certain things, you have to think about them first. Okay, so there's that connection constantly. Your mind is sending messages to your brain is sending messages to your body. Okay, and this is so deep that it gets to a point, it starts to run itself. So it's more like your mind is on autopilot. You've repeated a pattern so much that it begins to run itself. Now, there's when we talk about what makes a man, people always ask this question: what makes a man? What makes a good leader? What makes a great leader? What makes a teacher great? What makes a good teacher? Whatever, all those questions. And it can be pretty confusing. But what I tell people is, there's a fine balance between nature and nurture. This nature nurture rule. Are leaders born or made? Trust me, you don't have the answer. If the answer is one of the things, whether born or made, that's wrong. We may not be able to tell which now, not today, not today. Ah, so are you with me? Are you with me? Someone just called me, so I want to ensure that my audio is on. Are you with me? Are you with me? Let me know. I'm looking out for your comments. So if I see a comment confirming that you can still hear me, I'll go ahead. Good, beautiful, beautiful. So there's nature and there's nurture, right? There's nature and there's nurture. Nature in the sense that you were born into this world by human beings. You were born by human beings. Those human beings had their thought patterns, they had genes, they had traits, characters running in them. Okay, now a lot of times that character, that trait is embedded in is embedded in that DNA, that person's DNA, right? So another person brings, the way you think interacts with everything in your system. It comprises everything, right? Just inside that one package, right? And you meet another person who also thinks in a certain way, who also behaves in a certain way, who also has certain belief systems, and they meet. Now, you can you can imagine that you can imagine that whatever is what's it called? You can imagine that those two people meeting are not wise people. Just spend a second to imagine that. that the two people meeting are not wise people, right? So this is like where foolishness meets foolishness and produces foolishness. Okay, this is how things affect us. Sometimes, sometimes what people say, what people call generational curses, right, are not really generational curses. What people pray against in church, they host crusades and they are praying, oh, spirit of your ancestors, generational curses from your ancestors and all that. They are not really generational curses, but generational patterns. I'm not saying those ones don't exist. No, those ones I know somewhere they exist, right? But if you sit down to start checking it, you see that a lot of these things are decisions and patterns that have refused to be broken by people, or rather that people have refused to break. Okay, so somebody will say, oh, in our household, um people, whenever people turn 40 they die, whenever people turn 50 they die, and you start checking it, what's the actual cause of the death? They say, oh, sudden death, cardiac arrest. You start checking and checking, and you find out this is like eating patterns that have been handed over from one generation to another. This is all you have seen your father do, for crying out loud. Where are you getting contrary information? This is the same way. Oh, these people in their family, they don't last in marriage, they divorce. You know, you don't start asking, why is it that they don't last in marriage? If you ask the right questions, you get the right answer. You now start finding out, okay, this is the way, this is the pattern that has been happening in their families, and it's usually because of character traits that have been handed over from one generation to another. And you'll be blaming one uncle in your village, one poor uncle that has nothing. He's too hungry to worry about you. He's too hungry to do anything. He's hungry and poor. You know, he's basically looking for somebody to give him 2K to survive for the next day. And you think he has time to be pursuing you up and down. He has not eaten. He's a person that has eaten, that has energy to pursue somebody. Okay? So back to what I was saying. Sometimes what we refer to as generational curses are patterns, okay? Mindsets that have been handed over from one generation to another. Okay? So this is how powerful the mind is. It's how powerful the mind is. And we must have to be careful so that we do not borrow what doesn't belong to us. The whole essence of this is that you'll be able to like dissociate yourself from your past experiences and look, take an eagle eye view of things and tell yourself, okay, I know I have gotten this indoctrination, but I think there's a problem with it. I think something can be done to this. I think I can get a lot better. Okay, so nature and nurture have an interplay, and then your mindset is born. That's why it's called mindset. It is set on something. Okay, so there's a growth mindset and there's a fixed mindset. The fixed mindset doesn't give room for growth, doesn't believe that there's see how you identify people that have fixed mindset. This is how I am, oh, this is how I am. eh this is how, there's nothing I can do. Next thing you will hear, I'm zodiac. No, I'm Pisces. I am Scorpio. I am Leo. I am Libra. I am Virgo. I am whatever. Nonsense. Serious nonsense. Nonsense. you know, People would go and see. And let me tell you one thing, even if you identify a personality type or spectrum, and you hold on to that and say, oh, I'm saucy because I'm choleric, I am bossy and I am domineering and annoying because I'm choleric, and if that's what you are saying, you have a fixed mindset. If you do not understand that there's need for you to leave room for growth, then you have a fixed mindset. No matter what you are telling yourself, oh, I'm sanguine, so I'm scattered, that's why I'm scattered, that's why my room is scattered. I beg you, My fellow sanguines, you can understand this one. We cannot leak on a secret. Okay, so it's very important for you to not idolize a certain position of your mind and not leave room for growth or change. Okay, so patterns handed over from one generation to another, genetics, gene, that's nature, that's nature. So you were born this way, fine. But there's another one called nurture. This is where learning comes into place. Continuous learning, learning and relearning, learning and relearning. So there are things you picked up even consciously and subconsciously from your environment. See, one of the reasons a lot of people are poor, if you check it, if you start checking, if you ask the right questions, you get the right answers. Check it now. Maybe you were born into a poor family. You observed scarcity and lack. You saw it, you felt it, you tasted it. That they will chase you back from school because you've not paid school fees. Your mate will be writing examination. You will be outside. Why? Your school fees have not been paid. You're coming to school, you don't have textbooks, you have to borrow. You grew all through life experiencing suffering and poverty to the point that the funny part of it is that most of the time, because of how smart our parents were, if you know everything I talk, that one concern you. Because of how smart, you know we some of us didn't know. A lot of people didn't know they were actually experiencing poverty. Many people didn't know. Some people thought it was even the right thing. I mean, you must have been hearing things like money doesn't grow on trees. Money grow on trees? People don't know that this money, we don't pluck it from tree. No, no, no. If you don't have manage, this country, the economy is hard. The economy is hard. You think you will keep hearing this kind of thing for 16, 17, 18, 20, 24 years of your life, and your head will be correct. It's not possible. It's not possible. It's not. You can't keep hearing this for many years of your life and you still think straight. No, we have been wired to embrace and endure poverty and scarcity. That is not God's original intention. It's not. Okay? They probably evicted you from one house because the house rent was not ready. You know, the landlord will be pursuing you up and down. You know, things like that happened in your life. When you were younger, you may not have noticed those things, you may not have taken conscious note of those things, but somewhere in the seat of your mind, scarcity was storing, was downloading fast. It was downloading. The files of scarcity were downloading in your head, in your memory, in your mind. So when you now want to make decisions in the future, you are going to bring all the decisions and judge it, pass it through all the prejudices you have acquired by virtue of your past experiences and exposure. You are going to run them through that frame of nurture. All the things that you have learned by the virtue of your life experiences that did not really make so much sense, you are going to pass all of them through it before you make the decision. And that's also why some people project their insecurities on other people. You've experienced heartbreak so much to the point that anybody who is now coming to you looks like a heartbreaker. Oh, this person is fair and he's fine and he has beards. Not them. Not them. you know, ah, all these short ladies, dark, short, fine, not them. You have formed a prejudice because of past experiences. Something is sitting in the seat of your mind, something is occupying the space there subconsciously. Okay, so you grew up in the midst of poor people. Most of the time, if you start checking, it's true. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Okay, while growing up, were you hearing words like investing, investment? Were you hearing words like real estate? Were you hearing words like um let's say marketing, sales? Were you hearing words like business, ownership, founding something, creativity, innovation? Those words were not so popular while you and I were growing up. They were not so popular. That's where nurture was coming in. Yeah, oh, if you don't have manage, soap has finished. Use green soap. Toothpaste, you cut the whole thing, cut the soul of the toothpaste, cut the spirit, and then put your toothbrush inside and swipe. All those things were playing back. And that's why a lot of people have a romantic affair with saving that is not leading them to anywhere. Because that's also what you've known. That's what most of us have known. Oh, money is not abundant, so for you to have money you have to be clocking it and saving it somewhere. Why? You have not gotten the mindset that money is currency. It is meant to flow. It is meant to flow and bring back returns, and then those returns can continue being multiplied. So there's a limitation, there's a scarcity mentality that we have. Oh, if I let go of my money, it's going to disappear. If I use my money to pay for a mentoring program or pay for a coaching program or pay for, buy a book or buy a course, that money is going to disappear. We don't think of return on investment. Okay, so until you lose that bond, you may never really grow. I Until you lose the bond. So I'm talking like a Ghanaian. Until you lose the bond, you may not grow. Now let's go to something else. Hmm. Let's go to something else. Are you loving this? Are you loving this session tonight? Are you loving it tonight? This is so true. I struggled with this till I intentionally decided to break free. Good, 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 good. So, like I said, most times, see, sometimes, just humble yourself and ask some questions. Why am I like this? Why, why am I like this? Why am I thinking like this? Why am I afraid of investing? Why am I afraid of building myself? Why am I afraid of making certain decisions? Why am I afraid of starting a business? Why am I acting the way I'm acting? Okay, so those are questions that you should be asking. And sometimes the answer to the question is not far-fetched. I can tell you for a fact, the answer to the question is not far-fetched. Just look up. Just look up. You will see the answer. Look at your parents. Look at your elder siblings. Look at your relatives. Look at your friends. You will realize you've been receiving some mental codes. Somebody somewhere has been intentionally writing programs into your head. The brain is like a computer. You develop an algorithm and you install it in the computer, it's going to work with that algorithm. The same thing, you have moved through life learning from people who are teaching you what they want you to know. They are teaching you how to act. The whole system is wired to put you under mind control. And that is why, for you to even become a person of value, for you to become a great person, for you to break out from this cycle of slavery, you must first free yourself from mental slavery. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Who sing them? I've been a fella. Start that emancipation process. Start thinking independently. People would say, yeah, think outside the box. I would always tell you. How many of you know what I used to say? If you know it, put it in the comment section. Ah, if you know it, put it in the comment section. When they say think outside the box, what will Coach CJ say? What will Coach CJ say if they say think outside the box? I'm looking for it too. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. So when they say think outside the box, me, I disagree. I disagree. Society has confined us inside one tiny box. Okay, I thought it was the answer that Faith was giving me. I know somebody's going to get it. It's just that some people need to catch up with this point. Now, when they say think outside the box, for me, I say don't think outside the box. Don't think outside the box. Ah, I wanted to shout to. I saw alert. I didn't know the alert was debit alert. Card maintenance for card that have not collected. This country, sha, their banks. Okay, so thank you. Break the box and think freely. Don't think outside the box. Break it and think freely. Yes, break it. Step out of it. Think freely. Okay. So let me give you typical examples. I'll give you typical examples. I have some written here, but I don't think the one I want to mention now is in my head. Is in my paper. Okay. Typical examples. Oh, salary. People will be like, oh, when you finish school, the purpose of life is summarized this way, right? You are born, then um go to school, struggle to graduate, try and get out with good grades, and then get a good job, right? Get a good job. Then you're going to be paid salary, right? That's it. You're going to be paid salary, and at the end of the day, keeps remaining there so that you can get promoted like this, like this, like this, like this, like this till you get here. You're never going to get here. You get here, and by the time you get here, you retire, right? So if you retire, you have to stick long enough, maybe 10 years, for you to have they call it being pensionable, right? So that you can start earning pensions, right? So you get to that point and then they start paying you your pensions. But before you even get to that point, right, in the middle, you hear things like, oh, at this point, oh, you've gotten a job, they're paying you something, at least, get married, then you have born children, start borning children, start produce children. And by the time you produce children, you repeat the same cycle of indoctrination for them. Okay, the same cycle, the very same cycle. Now, when you decide that you're going to do something differently, it becomes a problem. When you decide that you want to start a business, let me give you a typical example. If if you are launching your business, right, and you announce that you are launching your business, check the amount of people who will really support you or rejoice with you. you know the one I know is that if you post your business registration certificate online, you're going to get a lot of congratulations. People just love to celebrate anything that they put on certificate inside. Once you post certificate of anything, even if it's certificate of parking pool, they will celebrate. They will, congratulations everywhere, congratulations everywhere. But like in the real sense, people are not really going to relate with that. But just post that, oh, I've decided to get another degree. I have graduated from so and so school. I graduated with a first class. Graduated with everybody's like, oh wow, hey. That's typical society, right? And at the end of the day, you start asking yourself questions. The average. So I want to say now, somebody goes to do apprenticeship, right? And after the apprenticeship, Oga settles him with some money to go and start his own business. And the guy who used to be an apprentice now becomes a big boy in town, has a few millions to invest in his own life, in his own business, in his own systems and all that. And you know, he's doing well, right? Now another person goes to school, finishes from undergraduate, goes to do a master's because he thinks, oh, if I do my master's, I'll figure things out. Finishes from the master's, goes to do a PhD, realizes that no, 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 that's not really what they want to do, right? And then you start looking at the return on investment. You are spending millions and millions and millions on tertiary education. When are those millions going to come back? you come out from school, you interview graduates. About 90% of graduates will not know what sales. They don't know how to sell anything. They can't sell. If you put a gun on their head, they can't sell a pen, a biro, or sell perfume oil, or sell anything. They can't make money. It's simple. They don't know how to. We don't know how to make money. Let's admit it and humble ourselves. Let's throw away pride, humble ourselves, and admit that we need help. We don't know how to make money. Yet you go to school, study, 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 pay money, pay money. Some people will keep giving foolish excuses for the system, in the sense that, when they talk about this topic, they'll tell you, oh no, school is not meant to teach you about life. School is meant to just help you connect with people. Is meant to teach you the basics. Then refund some of my school fees. Let me now know that, okay, it's not meant to, something that will take. See, be careful of things that take almost all your time. Be careful of things that are going to dominate your life. Be careful. I'm not saying you shouldn't do, but be extremely cautious in making choices in those areas. Why? School takes basically almost all your life. Church is also another significant place, or place of worship, religion, whatever. Right? This is, it puts you on a mind control system. So if I'm going to be I'm going to be blunt here. If I keep going to a church, right, and this particular church, anytime I go, they make it seem like if I don't believe in what the man of God is saying, I'm doomed. So if he says that white is black, I have to believe that white is black. Where's my logic? Where's my sense of reasoning? Where's the scriptures? Where can I allow me to question? Allow me. It's for my own life. But some people do not, they don't function that way. It's hook, line, and sinker. Give me daddy, they swallow. That's it. Before they know what's happening, they've taken poison. It's typical mind control. School, church, family. Which other one? What's the other one? Other state governments and television shows and whatever, entertainment. And there's something else I'm looking for. There's something else I'm looking for. All right, school, family, society, you know, church. Let me even remove society. Sometimes it's not really, so people don't even know what's going on in society. But like, yeah, these are places that you get a lot of indoctrination and you spend a lot of time in. A lot of time. So it's up to you to decide that you are going to be in greater control of what is happening to you. Someone following now. Okay? So over time, we are being nurtured. We are being nurtured. We are being bombarded by systems. We are being bombarded. What they want us to believe is what we are seeing per time. It is taking over our minds. It's taking over. You know, You see people in Monday they're in church, Tuesday they're in church, Thursday they're in church, Friday they're in church, Sunday again they're in church. They keep on going and going because they believe that, oh, that's where hope is going to come from. And these are some of the people that if you tell them, oh, look, see, you need to learn a skill. You need that, they'll tell you, no, forget. When God wants to bless you, he maketh rich and addeth no sorrow. So it will not come with suffering. Forget all these things you people are doing, running about, doing all these things. Don't worry. When God wants to bless you, the sign that it is Him is that it's going to be easy. It's going to be smooth. I'm like, who? Hi. Who is doing this to us? I mean, who is doing this to us now? The same person will now come to you again and start begging you for money or asking you for help. Please, you have like 5K, and I'm like, I'm stranded. You have five. I'm like, no, 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 no. No, let's pray. Let us pray. Come on, let's hold hands and pray. That's what you asked for. Let's do that. Okay. So good. These are mind. Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Faith. Um, these are systems that tend to put us under mind control. These and more. So you have to be careful. You have to be careful. Can I have a mind of my own? Can I think? Can I create my own systems? Okay, that's how to have a powerful mind. Autonomy, personal authority, Personal sovereignty. Okay. Ah, there was something I wanted to remember. There's something, this family, society, religion, academics. There's something I'm looking for. There's something I'm looking for. There's something I'm looking for. But let me say this one. Job. I wanted to mention marriage. Marriage. Okay, marriage is a lifetime commitment, right? So what I'm saying you should be careful is, when you know these things, you'll be better positioned to make certain decisions in your life, knowing fully well that this is going to shape my future. If not me directly, what kind of future do I want to give my kids? See, there's a kind of thing, there's what you will know. There are value systems that you want to hand over to the next generation, your bloodline, right? And because of that value systems, you'll be vehement on standing for them while making the decision of who to marry. Because you wouldn't want to suffer and bring yourself out of poverty, or bring yourself out of scarcity, and then you go and marry somebody who is going to carry the scarcity and force it down the throats of your children. It won't make sense. It won't. Okay, so the next one is job, right? We have been made to feel like you can never be complete if you don't have a job. You can never really be you're not a human being, you're not a living being if you don't have a job. I mean, if you don't have a job that they are paying you salary at the end of the month, if you're not dressing up every day to go somewhere, in fact, it has come to a point that if you are into freelancing, or if you're into any other thing that gives you skills, that gives you money, any other skill that you have that gives you money, and you're not stressing, you're not sweating, you're not doing all those funny things, you're not traveling every day to work, right? If you're doing any such thing that gives you money and people perceive that you are not suffering for it, they perceive, it's not that you're not suffering, no, they just perceive that you're not really suffering, knotting tie and dressing corporate and going somewhere every day, they'll think you are evil. So that brings us to another wealth file, another poor wealth file, scarcity file, APK file, downloaded by society, downloaded by ancestry, by gene, by DNA of poverty, indoctrinations from society and church. Some believers even think, some Christians even think, oh, it's not good to have money. They tell you money is the root of all evil, which is not true. It's the love of money, of which the love there means something different. It means something deeper than just what we understand as love. But let me leave that concept for now. Okay, so you see a lot of people believing so many stupid things that will keep them poor. You feel that, okay, if you succeed, if you get money, you are going to have more trouble, because you keep worrying about how to keep the money, or you feel bad because how can you have money and some people are poor? It's not good. Some of those funny, strange things, they are products of indoctrinations, heavy indoctrinations. And the truth of the matter is, there's a disconnect, there's an imbalance, in the sense that we are subconsciously acquiring information that some systems are consciously planting in us. So we are not ready. And that's why it's dangerous. At the early formative years, what did you listen to? What did you hear? What did we learn? What did we go to school to learn? A is for apple, B is for ball. How does it affect my life? I don't know. I'm not saying it's not good though. I'm not saying it's not good. A is for apple, that's wonderful. B is for ball, I know. But what did we keep hearing over and over and over again? Okay, indoctrination. Indoctrination. When my eyes opened to this fact, everything changed. Everything changed. I realized, okay, now this is what I have to this is what I have to face. Let me untie myself. Let me untie all those things. Let me start untying. Some people, see, there are problems you will definitely have in your marriage if those problems existed in your bloodline, because they were handed over to someone who handed it over to someone who handed it over to the person who gave birth to you, and they subconsciously handed it over to you. You subconsciously acquired it, you know. So you see a family where the man doesn't listen to the woman, or the woman nags, the mother nags the living daylight out of the man. The man wants to take decisions, doesn't involve his wife. That pattern is going to be handed over to the children, except they decide to intentionally break it, or except they encounter experiences and exposures that will transform their lives in a different way. Something different. They encounter light, like Paul, the apostle, encountered on his road to Damascus. Unless they encounter light. If not, they are bound to make the very same mistakes. So that's why you now be wondering, I thought I knew this person. All of a sudden, he has changed. What's that? It did not change. His subconscious conditioning that has manifested over time. He was able to suppress it for a while, but when the time came, it could no longer hide itself. It came out. So you have to be careful, especially when people start giving feedback. Oh, you do this. Oh, this is. You have to be careful. You lose things easily. You don't know where you keep your things. You keep this here, you forget it, you forget yourself inside taxi, you forget things everywhere, and you're like, okay, no, it's normal. No, it's not normal. Start asking certain questions. Are there traits in your life right now as I'm speaking that you can just think for a flash of a second, for a millisecond, and think, oh, okay, I think my dad is like this, or I think my mom is like this. I think, you know understanding about money, about work and life and reward systems and all that. I think, okay, I think those are part of the things that you should sit down and table out and iron out. So when you see a man who says, oh, the woman must submit, I'm not saying women should not submit. Oh, this is not what this session is for. But you see a man who's like, the woman has to, she has to kill herself, she has to do this, she has to work on her head and do this. You know, I've seen people, like, I've heard people talk, I've heard people talk about relationship. I've had conversations with people, and as they are talking, I mean, guys, and as they are talking, I'm like, God have beg, Shana person daughter go still marry this one. God, please, God have beg. you know Evidence, product of conscious and subconscious programming. So they believe that, oh, the work of a woman is to cook and clean and born children. That's all. I mean, small thing you touch the other, you talk women are like that, women are like this, women are like indoctrination. If you are not careful to start breaking some of these things, you will repeat the same patterns. There's nothing you can do about it. You will. You see a woman, small thing, men are scum, men are scam, men are scum see, men are this one, men are this, men are that. And that is the kind of person you are hanging around. That's the kind of thoughts, that's the kind of people you are following. Some of you are following inside that budge. I'm not saying she's obviously there are some wise things she says, even though I do not recommend her for anything, but I listen to her, some of those reels that fly around. I listen to some of the things she says. She makes sense sometimes. Sometimes. Then sometimes she caps up the sense with aggressive manifestations of foolishness. But even at that, it's indoctrination. It's a system of indoctrination too. Oh, men are this, men are that. As a woman, you can't have this, you can't do this, you can't. And a lot of people are carrying those things. Another person I'm going to be mentioning here is Charles Awuzie. I see some of you commenting. I know I saw somebody comment on one of his posts. Please be careful. Be careful about such systems. Be careful about such people. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow them. Follow them and learn whatever is wise from. But always have a mind of your own. Know when somebody is carrying you beyond your bus stop. Know where to say, Oga, I don't reach junction. Stop me here. Stop me here. Stop me. Let me go. If I don't see taxi from here, I'll trek. You know, Somebody's coming to tell you, oh, God did this, oh, this one, the churches are this, church that, and then he is now introducing his own form of religion while also trying to claim agnosticism. My dear, don't allow anybody to sell you. Be wise. Be wise. I'm mentioning the name here. Be careful. I've learned. See, n- no matter how popular you are, be a coach, be a pastor, be whatever, I have a mind of my own in such a way that if you say something that I consider heretical, I will not necessarily discard you, but I have the right to do my own research. I have the right to have my own belief system, my own ideology founded on truth. Okay? So it's not, oh, my that's why sometimes I quarrel some I'm okay. I quarrel some Christians who are my friends. Sometimes I quarrel them. Some people have elevated their pastors to a god level. That's another obvious manifestation of foolishness. The moment you start thinking, oh, he's a man of God, so he cannot make mistakes, that's you've been gotten. Your mind has been put inside one small coke bottle. Small one, small coke, small coke. So, you cannot come out. Okay? I'm being raw here. So whether it's your imam, whether it's your reverend father, pastor, anything at all, the moment you have lost your own thinking faculty, you have lost control of your thoughts, and you hand over the responsibility to somebody else to think for you, you are in hot mess. Hot mess. No. Okay. Good, good, good. I'm seeing amazing comments here. I'm seeing amazing comments now. Some of them I'm blushing, some of them I'm smiling. Thank you very much for all of you who are here. Thank you very much. I don't take this time for granted. I mean, you left everything that you would have been doing, um, this time of the night. Some of you are married. You left everything that you should have been doing by this time of the night, and then you are here. And we are learning about mindset. We are learning about a lot of things, and we're having fun. Are we not having fun? Some of you are equally single. Some of you are single. Yeah, there's nothing you are doing. There's nothing you are doing. You and I know you are not doing anything. Okay, okay, okay. On a lighter note, okay. We are friends. We're having fun here, right? We're having fun. Good. So now I'm gonna talk about I'm gonna talk about reprogramming your subconscious mind. So we've tried to understand everything happening in your mind level. We've tried to understand what's happening. Okay, the mind is like a generator, it's a powerhouse, mitochondria of thoughts, of ideas, of decisions, of emotions. Okay, everything happens there. Very powerful. So now that we've understood the operations of the mind, let's talk about reprogramming your subconscious mind. What we have, see, that most of the things you are manifesting in life now, whether they are successful, I mean, whether it's success or failure, whether it's abundance or scarcity, most of the things you are manifesting in life right now is because of the indoctrination you've received from people above you. See, let me tell you one thing. Look at Grant Cardone. Look at what he's doing with his kids, with his daughter particularly. Is he Elena? I can't remember her name. That young lady. Hey, that young lady is fantastic. Fantastic. She's still a teenager. Abi, a child. How many years? But this lady dissects stock market, dissects real estate, can teach you about everything you want to know about real estate at her young age. That is conscious indoctrination. This man understands how powerful the mind is. So he's taking his time to bring all the things that he knows and pour it into his daughter. That's a good way to hand over stuff, right? To hand over assets, to hand over what's it called? Um ah, is it property? It's not property is not the right word. Inheritance. Okay, that's a good way. Instead of telling her money doesn't grow on trees, come, let's go and make the money. Let's close deals so that you see how it's done. By the time that lady turns 20 or 21, she's going to be on fire. Indoctrination. This will also help us to know what to surround ourselves with. Because for everything you are hearing, you are storing up something in your subconscious. If you keep dwelling on nonsense news, on sad news, right? And that's why a lot of people get depressed without even knowing that they are on that journey to depression. Why? The kind of movies you watch horror movies that fill you up with sad stories. The hero is going to die. Somehow you are beginning to identify yourself in certain people. You are identifying traits of you in that, and that protagonist that is meant to be the protagonist, but he's going to die in the end. That lady that, I mean, falls in love with somebody, and eventually that person that she falls in love with will kill her because the guy is a serial killer. And then, you know, you're not judging everybody you meet based on what you watch in a movie. Everything that you are allowing into your mind, the mind is like the gate of your being. Everything you are letting into that mind is forming something in you. It's forming your total existence. So when you want to make decisions, you are going to draw from the well of what you have filled your subconscious mind with. Okay, okay. Ah, good, good. So now, how do we reprogram our subconscious mind? Mm. So what is subconscious mind? Subconscious mind is still the complex algorithm, the complex phenomenon, psychological phenomenon that controls our emotions, our beliefs, thought patterns, memories, ideologies, biases, but they are outside of the scope of your conscious existence. They are outside the frame of your conscious mind, outside them. So when you see somebody that you like, you're going to be looking at them based on some complex programs installed in your head. And that's how biases form. That's how prejudices form. You meet somebody who is Igbo, and you're going to be judging them based on the experiences you've had with the previous Igbo guys that dated you. You meet somebody who is Yoruba, and like, these Yoruba people. And that's why you see here, whenever this is me now speaking, okay? This is my own ideology. But whenever I'm with somebody and they keep talking other tribes down, or they keep talking another gender, I mean the male gender or female gender down, I just feel like they need to be more intelligent, you know. Oh, what are you doing with a Yoruba person? What are you doing with an Hausa person? These people, yeah, Edo people can do this. Edo, da, 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 da. You just have encounters with a few people, and it goes sour, and then you start generalizing. Generalization is a form of weakness, and most times I tell people this. See, you can say, oh, men are scam, women are this, women are that, men are this, men are that. Most times it is not really the problem of men or women. It is the fact that you have been somehow subtly attracting a certain category of people, and when those people hurt you, you generalize. You go to a club and meet somebody and you start dating inside a club, and then next thing you see the person in another club with somebody else, and you are complaining. I'm not saying you cannot meet the sense, sha. I cannot say anything at this point, but you already know where I'm going. You see somebody, the way they are dressed, the people they are hanging around with, and all that. You know, but you carry yourself and go and put inside wahala. And when the wahala comes, you are now saying, all men has come, men has come. You saw the red flags on time, but there was something else keeping you. Who knows? So sometimes it's not really the other person's fault, it's your fault. It's you attracted your kind. Eh? Don't be offended. Let's continue. So it controls your behavior, your thought patterns. Whew. Ah, this is 1 hour. You can stretch with me. Stretch a little bit. So um I'm going to introduce us to certain biases. So I have some of them written here, about 12 of them written here. And these are biases, limiting beliefs, okay, that we need to start breaking if you're going to conquer the war of the mind. Biases and limiting beliefs, limiting mindsets. These are things that are holding you back. If you must win the war of the mind, you have to win this game. What's number one? Number one is perfectionism. So there's actually an archetype, an identity type, or an identity archetype, or a personality spectrum that is called the perfectionist. That's a limiting mindset because you believe that, oh, I have to get this to a certain quality before it gets approved. Oh, people won't like it. I can't do this. I do designs, but I don't want to post it. I don't want to put it online because I'm not really that perfect yet. If you see people explaining perfect, their perfectionist trait, ha, you see somebody, the person will do makeup and come out, and you're like, oh, who did this makeup? I love it. I'm like, no. The person like, no, you can't. No, come off it. No, I did it too. I did it. I'm still learning. Oh, when did you start learning? 2006. I'm like, what the heck is this? Who does that? Why? You know, perfectionism. And let me tell you one thing about perfectionism. Perfection is a mirage. Perfection does not exist. Mirage in the sense that if you get close to it, see, this is it, right? We are heading like this. We're heading like this. This is what perfection looks like. This used to be your standard of perfection, right? So you go and keep going and keep going. By the time you get to this point, you now begin to see this maxi here. By the time you get to the maxi, you realize that, oh, the next level of perfection is this circle dot here. You continue, but it's all a mirage. And let me help you break free from that. Someone needs you at your current level. Someone needs you at your current level. They're not waiting for you to become Tony Elumelu or Frank Doho, or which name will I call now? They're not waiting for you to become John Obidi or become John Maxwell or John anything. They need you for you. They need you at your current level. Now imagine that you happen to, you know, you happen to come into a desert. This world is like a desert. You happen to come into a desert and you have unlimited supply of water. You have a superpower that you can make water. I mean, you have a sack, or let me say a tank. I'm just creating a funny story so that you can relate with what I'm saying. You have a tank in your backpack that doesn't run dry. You just bring out water and you give people, or you get water from a stream and you find yourself in a desert, and then there are like thirsty people about to die, and they are coming to you and screaming, please give me water, I'm going to die, please give me water. And then all you are concerned about is, hey, this cup I'm using to give you water, the cup is not really so fine. There are some edges of this cup that need to be, you know uh, uh, we need to sandpaper the cup so that the edges will come out smooth. The edges are not smooth, or you say, oh no, no, I don't want to give you water in a cup. I want you to be, I want you to take this water like a king. So wait, let me go back and get a king's cup, a precious cup, so that when I come, I'll serve you water. By the time you come back with that king's cup, the king you are waiting to give water, the king you want to anoint and give water, has died. He has moved on. Has moved on to another side of the world, whether underworld or overworld, I don't know. You know. So this is for you to realize that this is part of the things holding you back. It's part of the things that you need to start deleting. People need you at your current level. A lot of people are waiting for you to manifest right now. They are hungry for what you have to sell. So, perfection is a myth, perfection is a mirage. It doesn't exist. Trust me on this. If I were waiting for this session to be perfect, I won't have it tonight. In fact, I won't have it this year. By next year, I'm not sure I will even be ready. If I was waiting, if the current batch of the inner circle, the one that we are doing, the mentoring program, those who are watching outside of the inner circle, you are fortunate. This is, I decided to make this one an open session. There are a few open sessions, but there are some closed door meetings that we'll be having. That's when we'll talk about deeper stuff, deeper ones. But this one is open, so you're enjoying. Enjoy. um but the inner circle itself, in fact, how it came about, there was nothing like perfection inside. There was nothing like, I was not looking for perfection. you know this stream, if I was waiting for perfection, sha, this is my backrest, because I'm actually doing this video from my bed. From my bed. Okay, I think I even need to add one pillow under so that I can come up small. Hmm? I'm just trying to let you understand. Sometimes all the initial gra that we do, totally unnecessary. We disturb ourselves a lot. We disturb ourselves a lot about things that don't really matter. Okay, so I'm sitting on one pillow and there's another pillow behind my back. Hey, God, we overthink too much. It's holding us back. The arrangement of this whole streaming studio, whatever, my room. This is my room. It's not a studio. I don't have a studio. I don't have any fancy equipment. It's just my ring light, which I can even do without. Worst comes to worst, I'll just switch this. What did I just do now? Ha. Worst comes to worst, I'll switch to audio only, and I'll use the audio, and you're still getting value, and that's what matters. Okay. So if I'm waiting, oh, let me find HDL LPLXLR camera. When you find that SSPSQRLLOS camera, you will still find an excuse not to execute. Trust me on that one. I can tell you for a fact. You want to start your YouTube channel since 2020. You've been procrastinating. You've been shifting. Oh, let me get a new phone. You've gotten a new phone. Hey, let me get I think a laptop will be better. Let me get a laptop. You got a laptop. Nothing, because you've refused to start. You have no point of starting. Yes. Proud of you, Faith. Proud of you. If you keep if you keep trying this perfection thing, if you hold you for neck, you will make an excuse. You will use the excuse and finish yourself. Well, you will use the excuse and finish yourself. ah, oh, good. I'm loving. I'm loving. Faith. Faith is telling some of our stories here. I remember when I had a handful of suicidal teens reach out to me. I told you that I was perhaps studying a wrong course and how I wanted to become a psychologist soon. And then you told me that all I had now was enough for the teenagers. And that's absolutely true. Okay, okay, okay. I'll not shout. I'll not shout. Do like this. I'll not shout. I'll not shout. I'll not shout. Calm down. Calm down. Okay. Okay. So good. Good. Oh, somebody said, who said that? Joy said, please put the camera back. I put it. You are so funny. Okay, okay, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. There's no perfect time until you start. I love that. I love that, Hawa. Thank you. There's no perfect time until you start. There's no perfect time. The perfect time is when you start. That's the perfect time. It's when you start. Stop waiting. Stop waiting. That thing you want to do, start it now. Start it now. That group, that school. See, this inner circle is a manifestation of where I have in my mind in the future, like the next 10, 20 years. This inner circle is an offshoot of what will be happening then. Chijo Kotiba Growth Academy started manifesting because I thought of having a school. I thought of owning a school. The vision for that school is still in my head. It's still very fresh in my head. I've shared it with a few people. But I said, no, I can't be waiting for everything to become all perfect. I can't be waiting for fun to land. That's why some people with their biggest excuse is, I don't have capital. I don't have, that's perfectionism mixed with some form of silliness. Oh, I'm broke because I have ideas, but I don't have capital. Start with something that doesn't require capital. Start with something that doesn't require that big capital. Sell it, raise the capital yourself while you are waiting for other people. Even if it's Gary you want to sell, you start with 1,000 naira Gary. It's possible. We love excuses as human beings, and that's why we cling on to what feels like a shiny object. And perfectionism happens to do that a lot of times. Good. Focus on progress, not perfection. Beautiful. Beautiful, Mr. Augustine. I love that. Thank you. Now, the next thing is imposter syndrome, the feeling of not enoughness, the feeling that you are not enough. This is not entirely bad. It's not entirely bad. But let me tell you what you should be doing. Let me see if I have. Okay, I'll talk about the solution later. Okay, so we'll run through this. Imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is that feeling that you are not enough. You don't measure up. You feel like a fraud when you are trying to help people. So when you are sharing your knowledge, so let's say for example, I'm teaching people about subconscious mind, and I'm maybe somewhere in my own mind, I'm feeling like, Kai, this topic, am I even meant to be teaching this topic? Am I not too young for this? Am I not too, I mean, I don't have a car, but I don't have hundreds of millions in my account. So what am I teaching people about mind for? That kind of thing. Yeah, it happens to a lot of people. It holds many people back. Oh, I'm not enough. I don't think I'm qualified. After many courses, online courses, school training, all the things that you've done in your life, you come out and you still feel like you are not enough. You can't even talk to children. You can't even open your mouth for 5 minutes and say something that you are competent at because you think you can't. You just think you are not enough. That's a disease that has to be cured. Please get off that thought. Get off that thought. You are enough to start your journey. You are enough to continue your journey. You may not feel enough all the time, but that doesn't mean that you are not enough. Remember what I said. There's always a category of people who need you at your current level, who need you at the pace that you are walking right now, who need you as a guide. Break the addiction to reducing your own self-worth. Break that addiction that human beings have to think low and talk low of themselves. Break it. Now, okay, okay, I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Hmm. Ask for feedback. Okay, one of the things that will help you as a person, as a business, as a brand, as an individual is asking for feedback. Ask for feedback regularly. How am I performing? Look for people that you can trust. Show them your work. I have designers who have worked with me, who have volunteered for me in the past. And when they started volunteering, you know, they kept on feeling like, sir, my work, I don't think it's nice. Should I? Should I? I don't think I can. Nobody will buy. Nobody will pay. I'm like, no, go ahead. And for now, they'll be coming. I keep looking at the works and I'm like, okay, you're trying, keep improving, try again, learn more, take this course, do this. And then it gets to a point. I'm now the one trying to convince them. It's okay. Don't take another course. Don't do another. Just start marketing your brand. You are good to go. But then they're like, no, no, no. So I need to, there's this course, there's this one. I need to learn how to use this tool. I'm like, you're wasting your time. At this level now, you're wasting your time. Get into the waters. Step into the waters. Fearlessly march on. It is the feedback you will get in the process that you will use to keep improving yourself. Okay? So people tell you, oh, you speak so fast in your videos. Please, can you be reducing your speed? Feedback. Okay, you speak a lot of grammar. You speak a lot of big. You see me consciously at it. The grammar I wanted to speak now, eh? Hey, yeah, these things came from feedback. They formed me, and now I can teach other people. The grammar I wanted to speak was attenuating. I cannot even remember where I wanted to put it. But attenuating means reducing the effect of something, like gradually tapering down or lowering the effect of something as it passes through a medium. Okay? So if in that journey you keep receiving feedback, you can keep improving yourself, preparing yourself for the journey ahead. Okay? So people tell you, oh, I love your video, but the light was too much, the brightness was too much, or your glasses, there were reflections on your glasses, or you were not maintaining eye contact. So it gives some kind of, if I turn like this and I'm looking towards this direction and I'm talking, or towards this other half of the screen and I'm talking, you may not really get that eye contact. This is where my camera hole is. This is it, right? But if I'm looking this way and reading the comments only and talking and talking and talking, you may not really get that connection. But when I come this way and I'm looking at the camera hole, it gives you that impression that I'm looking at you. You feel more connected. So these things are from feedback that you can be getting and learning and learning and improving. And by the time you've gotten a lot of them, you have a product that almost nobody can criticize. But if you don't start, if you never start, you will never know what is possible for you. Now, number 3, fixed mindset. I've already said this one. Already said this one. Fixed mindset. I can't change. That's where I am. That's where we are in my family. That's the way I am. I cannot change. Nothing. Ah, uh, me. That's the. Anybody that talks to me, I give it to them back 100 times. That's the way I am. Me. I'm sassy. I'm saucy. I am this and that. Fixed mindset. Please eliminate that from your life. Eliminate. Throw them away. Throw it away. Throw it away. Okay. Throw it away. Now the next one is success is luck. Success is luck. This is a limiting belief, a very common one. So when you see successful people, you tend to think that they are either lucky. I'm going to add another one that I didn't add here. You're going to think that they are either lucky or they are putting their hands in evil. So when you tell somebody that, hey, somebody made money, I mean, in fact, be careful of people who always try to demonize people who have money. So they see somebody who is rich and they're like, look at them, look at them, money ritual people. There's no way you can be driving this car and you're a civil servant. There's no way you can be making 1 million naira every month in Nigeria if you're not a politician or a thief. You hear such statements and you're like, where did they pick this one from? It's not possible. This Nigeria, you are a teacher and you are making 1 million naira per month. Tell us what you are doing. Which computer are you using? What are you pressing? Tell us what you are doing. You're lying. They don't understand the principles of success and wealth. They think, oh, it's either you are lucky. There's no way. It's luck. Bill Gates, luck. John Maxwell, luck. Mark Zuckerberg, luck. Everybody, luck. That's a bad way to think about life. It's a bad approach to life and success entirely. Now, the next one is success must be hard and painful. Success must be hard and painful. So, if you're not going to work, not getting sick and tired that is squeezing your head, squeezing you and choking you, if you are not pounding yam to make money and sweating, if you are not suffering to make money, I mean, if you're not suffering, really, really suffering, then the money is not legitimate. Okay, it's not legitimate. And they'll tell you nothing good comes easy. There's light at the end of the tunnel. All those things. Light at the end of the tunnel. Nothing good comes easy. Which other thing? Which other thing? Um, the patient dog eats the fattest bone. Um, which other thing? I'm trying to remember all those things. If you can remember anyone, put it down here. What we used to encourage ourselves when we are not doing well. you know, Light at the end of the tunnel. Why must the light be at the end? Patient dog is the fattest bone. That's if the fastest dog is not hungry enough. That's if the fastest dog is not hungry enough. If the impatient dog is not hungry enough, that's when the patient dog will see bone to eat. Which other one did I even say now? Uh, Nothing good comes easy. My dear, there are low hanging fruits. In my village, at the backyard, there's a tree that is as short as my ring light, a pawpaw tree. I plucked the pawpaw tree, the pawpaw one day, and I was expecting it to be bitter. Indoctrination. I said, this one is too easy. How can I just come and see a tree, put my hand and turn and grab pawpaw? How? It didn't make sense to me. Like, why didn't I suffer? Why didn't I have to use stick to push and push and push, and then it may fall on my head and I'll feel like, hey, now I have arrived. Suffering confirmed. Pawpaw ready to be eaten. I just came, saw the pawpaw in the tree. My maybe one of these days I'll post that picture on Facebook. It's a very funny picture. I don't want to post it. No, I don't. I won't post it. My career is at stake. you know. So I just put my hand, twisted the pawpaw, collected pawpaw, low hanging fruit. Sometimes things in life come easy. There are some leverages that you cannot even explain. There, it's leverage. That leverage can be in the nature of the business you are doing. So the genetics of the pawpaw that I went to pluck is what determined the structure, is what made it to be short so I can easily pluck. Sometimes the leverage you are looking for may be in the nature of business you are doing. Sometimes you need to look around you and find out what are the leveraged activities that I can do that can make me more money faster. That's reasoning. Don't be doing everything based on your passion. You can be so passionate about the tall pawpaw tree, so passionate. So you go and shake it, you go and bring wood, you pluck, it will fall on your head and break and scatter. Sometimes it doesn't really make sense. So you see people who are maybe seamstresses or tailors. You want to make one cloth. To make one cloth, you buy the material for the person and everything, and at the end of the day, maybe your gain from the cloth is like 15,000 naira. Fine, no problem, 15,000. But how many days? How many days did it take you? So you probably took maybe 4 days or 5 days or 6 days to make that cloth. You poured your life into it, and at the end of the day, you're making 15,000 naira. You burnt your fuel, you burnt different things, you even burnt the clothes joint, everything. but you are not thinking of a way to introduce more leverage into what you are doing. So you think, oh, life is going to be difficult before it can be productive. No, sir. Uh-uh. No. You know. So now the next thing is victim mentality. There are some people who always play the blame game. They believe they are the victims in every situation. Everything going on is against me. The world is against me, the government is against me, the school system is against me, the people around me against me, everybody is just after my life. No. No, everything is not in my favor. I don't know, my own is just different. If I try this thing, it will not work. I know this. Forget this country. This country, nothing can, nobody can survive in this country. We cannot. I cannot thrive. I cannot. No, I cannot. I cannot. I cannot. Everywhere. No, that's not how to go about it. Don't make yourself the victim in every situation. Learn to see the victor in you and manifest that victor. Okay. Don't play victim in every situation. Now, the number 9, entitlement mentality, entitlement mindset. This is like the counter autonomy mindset. The feeling that everybody owes you something. Somebody must owe you something. Rich people owe you. That's what keeps one of the things that keeps a lot of people poor. Entitlement mentality. They feel every rich person owes a poor person. Why would there be rich and the poor in the world? The rich should sell their proceeds and give it to the poor, sell their houses and give to the poor. Life does not work the way it works in your head if you are poor. And there's no poor person in this call. There's no poor person watching this. There's no poor person. So people who keep thinking, oh, rich people are wicked. How can you be driving Rolls Royce of 260 million when there's somebody that is poor in your street? Why are you entering Okada? Trek to Wuse. No, trek. You're entering bike. You don't know that money, that 500 naira you want to use and enter bike can feed two people for a whole day. Trek. Entitlement is bad, very bad. And that's why you see poor people on the streets, beggars that would never leave the streets. Why? They feel like you owe them. And that's why I also have a problem when the church is facilitating that entitlement mentality. I know this is not a church setting, but I keep saying this every time we're doing arms, Abi, um, getting people, giving them this, giving them that. Oh, take 2 cups of rice, like Nigerian government. Take rice, take beans, take 5K, take 2K, take 3K in the name of empowerment. The real empowerment begins from here. If we can't change them here, we will make them dependent for life, entitled for life, because they feel like, oh, you owe them bread and beans and rice. Meanwhile, if you can actually get somebody at this level, teach them something, empower them, teach them what they can use to empower themselves, they will become independent, and that's what you are looking for. They will be in a better position to empower other people. The world will become a better place. But no, we prefer to just keep giving rice and 3K and 5K, you know, and support. Not that it's bad, but we are creating more beggars in the society, you know. Somehow, I love to give more to people who are less privileged, but they are doing something. So when I'm crossing the pedestrian bridge and I see that young man sweeping, even though he doesn't have legs, he's just moving with his hands, but then he's managing to sweep and keep the place clean. I respect and honor value. I'll give to them, and I'll give them more than whatever I'll give any other person if I give at all. I respect value. I am teaching them, it's also me subconsciously conditioning them to understand that, see, if you give value, you get value. It's not just to come and stand on the street and you open your hand. One of them almost dragged my shirt one day. I say, if I knock you, if I give you knock, uh, bros, small boy, go calling me bros, almost dragged my shirt. That's how bad it has become. In fact, the time is coming that if care is not taken, they will be coming to the house to house. Oga, give me food now. That's all they've known. The entitlement is getting out of hand. I'm coming back from work. You know how much we are mising these days. You know how much we are trying to protect our personal economy so that we don't get stranded. You are in your head, you are calculating how you enter from here to here to here to here before you now finally book boat to shorten the distance for you. You know, if you even book the boat at all. And then all of a sudden somebody arrives, jumps out from nowhere. Ah, brother, please help me now. Please help a pensioner. Please help a retiree. Please help me now. Please, I don't have transport. Please help me with transport. Sir, please help me. I'm like, what the heck is happening in this country? You can't even breathe oxygen. Everywhere if you breathe, is billing 2K, 1K, 500, 6K. That's what we entering your nostrils. It's unfair. So that's entitlement. And that's why such people won't really want to work hard. Why? They know that if they go and stand on the street, know how they will get something. And most times, if they are see, let me shock you. A lot of beggars are making more money than salary earners. I can argue this anytime, anywhere. A lot of them are making more money. That's why I saw one beggar one time counting 1,000 naira notes. If you see the package of the bundle of 1,000 naira notes, I was sure it was that day he made that bundle. So he will count the 1,000 naira. It's like this. Then he will keep it by the side and count 500 and keep, that kind of people are giving them for doing nothing. So some of them have it as business. They use the business to go and build house in the village. You are giving them from your salary. It's not bad though. Give out of the abundance of your heart and out of your willingness, you know. But then that entitlement has become so bad that people feel like you owe them just for dressing better than them and coming out of your house. You owe them. How dare you eat in a restaurant when there's somebody hungry in the street? Drink gari and share the money. That's how entitlement. Let it not be found amongst you that you are entitled to another person's wealth. See, at a point of your life, you need to even start winning yourself, withdrawing from parental support. Oh, it was in my fourth year in school. I stopped calling home to ask for anything, and it gave me peace of mind. I started learning to raise my own money and use my money for what I want to use it for. It created something in here. It created something. I learned to self-depend. I learned that if I have need, I should be thinking of how to raise the money. So when I'm running short of money, I'm running shortage, right? I start thinking, okay, which of my courses can I sell? Some of you, if you had known me like 2 years ago, 2 3 years ago, you will notice that sometimes after staying out for a while, I'll just come and push a course, push it, maybe public speaking or digital learning, e-learning or branding. I'll just push, and next thing, I'll calm down again. So instead of calling, hello, daddy, I need money for tissue paper, I say no. I'll go and raise money. I'll go and do something for myself. Why? I was teaching myself autonomy. I was teaching myself to not be entitled, you know, to anybody's wealth. Not my brothers, not my parents, not anybody. If they want to give me, let them give at their own volition. But I won't be entitled. I won't be entitled to friends and say, oh, we are friends and you're not giving me. Nonsense. Nonsense. I'm celebrating my birthday. I posted my account number. You did not send anything. Nonsense. It's poverty that is disturbing your life. I'm sending my account number to everybody. Send it to you. Carry your account number and be sending to people's DMs, private DMs, for them to support you and do fundraising for your birthday. Come on now. Come on now. Entitlement has levels. So you ask somebody for financial help and they don't come through, and you start blaspheming them, you start blackmailing them everywhere. No, that's not the way to go. It's not proper. Learn to build for yourself, to know that if nobody comes to help me, I am there for myself. Target self-sufficiency, at least a form of it. I'm not saying you'll be totally self-sufficient, at least a form. I'm not saying you should stop asking for help or you stop receiving help, but start building that culture to rescue yourself. Don't be entitled to anybody or any system, not even the government. The government is not coming to save you. Some people are patiently waiting for for minimum wage. It go shock you, it go shock you. Minimum wage adjustment. Hey, okay, okay. See, once you understand these things, yeah, nothing will be shocking you again. Nothing will shock you. Mm-mm. Nothing will shock you. So let's go to the next one. Ageism is also another mindset that keeps people down. Ageism. Oh, I'm too young. I'm too young to do this. I'm too old to do this. Either of them. So you see some people that will tell you, I, you know, I want to, I want to start this. I want to start this business, but I'm too old. I don't think I will understand this. All these things, knowledge sharing, creating courses and all that. I want to do all these things, but I don't think it's for me. I'm too old for that. I'm like, who told you you are too old? Who told you? I see a lot of people when they retire. See, I'm by the nature of my work, right? I've been privileged to meet a lot of people who are retiring, and I noticed a trend. Many people, once they retire, they feel like it's the end of life, like they lose meaning because you know why? Conditioning, subconscious programming, the algorithms that have been tying them down to think that the purpose of life is to go to work from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, come back, rest a little bit, sleep, eat, and then repeat the cycle the next day. So when that cycle ends, they start wearing out. Okay, and that's ageism. I'm too young. I can't, I can't, I can't do this. I'm too young, you know. And then the next one, I'm too old. You have to start making room for yourself. You have to start speaking for yourself, telling yourself that you can. One of the things that will help you is adjusting your vocabulary. Adjusting your vocabulary. I'm still going to talk about that one. I'm still going to talk about it properly. Or let me even talk about it before I get to the solution. Let me just talk about it. Instead of saying I can't, remove that word I can't. I was doing a program. That was I did a program on CBT, cognitive behavioral therapy, cognitive behavioral technique for coaching, and that was where I learned about the power of vocabulary. So instead of saying I can't, I can't do this, I can't do that, give yourself some time. I can learn to do this. I don't know how to do it yet. I think I've attended another program um where that was introduced as a framework. That was World Creation Conference, a session, Sir Ugochukwu Mogo. You know, we had a closed door session, and that was where he was sharing something like that. And I was fascinated. Okay, okay. So like it's not just, I mean, it's not, how do I put it now? It's an it's an open secret, more to say, or so to say. Okay. So instead of saying closing the gap in your mind and sending that signal to your brain and your body that you can't, say you can learn how to. Can you drive? I can't drive. I don't know how to drive right now. But if I learn, I can. Those are two different things. You know, Can you do public speaking? Can you do this and that? And you see a lot of people just close the gap immediately because they don't believe in themselves. But if you learn well, you definitely can. Now, adjusting your vocabulary, remove every negatives in your vocabulary. Can't, you know, I'm not enough. Which other thing that people used to say a lot about themselves? Just, only. These are limiters. Just and only. So you meet somebody, oh, what do you do? I'm just a student. This just a student is a graphic designer, is a learning budding voiceover artist, is um leading in three different campus activities, including their campus fellowship. But just because they don't think there's no fancy stuff going on in their life that is so loud and fancy, they now limit themselves to I'm just, and forget all the wonderful things that they are doing or wonderful things that are existing in them. I am just a this. So once you put that just, it has limited you. It has limited you. In fact, I ran away from that word. Never will you hear me say I am just. Never in this life. You can't hear that. Me and just, we don't exist together. I am not just anything. I am not just anything. I value emotion, not just anything. So remove those limiters from your vocabulary. Stop introducing yourself to people as just. Come in your full glory. Tell them what you do. Tell them own it. Be proud of what you do. Be proud of who you are. Now the next thing is number number. I don't even know the number again. Maybe number 8 or 9 or 10. you know, some people will say money is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all evil, which is not true. I've already mentioned that earlier. Then number 10 now. Yeah, number 10 now. Clarity means picking one thing. That's also another limiter that a lot of people have. I'm going to stop this at exactly 1 hour 45 minutes. So I have basically 3 minutes to round up. Okay. Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible? Are you still here with me? Are you still here with me? I'm trying my best. I'm going to try and summarize the rest of what I have to say. But are you still here? Are you getting value? Are you getting value here? Are you getting value? Let me know. Are you enjoying this? If you're enjoying it, drop drop oh, like what should you even drop in the comment section? Just say I'm enjoying it. Just say I'm enjoying it. Okay. And you can also share this. I forgot to say you should share earlier. It's not late. You can share. Okay, you can share this. um Share it, talk about it on your wall. There's no compulsion to this. Please don't do it out of compulsion. Okay, just share if you want to share and invite people. Let's let more people join in. I always say the more the merrier. So good. Yeah, Bukola says I'm getting value, learning a great deal. Julia, good to have you here. Wonderful, beautiful, beautiful. So nice, 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 nice. Good, good. I'm glad. So now the next one is clarity means picking one thing. A lot of people have been limited in life because they believe for you to actually be operating in this thing called clarity or purpose, it has to be one thing. So they spend a lot of their life looking for one thing, one tiny dot, you know, something that is not looking for you, you're looking for it. They're just, oh, I'm looking for clarity. I'm looking for my niche, my purpose, my niche, Let me just find that small thing. Maybe you want to become a mindset coach for 23-year-old single women living in Abuja. That's the kind of thing that's coming to your head. You are looking for they've told you to start with a micro niche. Now forgetting one thing, that the climate of people who are saying these things and our own climates differ. I'm currently doing a life coaching program, a life coaching marketing masterclass, and you know, the instructors, the number one secret they gave was pick a niche. When I heard it, I disagreed. When I heard it, I disagreed. One of the reasons I would even disagree more, the people who are teaching me that I could trace back to how they started. I saw their history. They didn't start with one thing. They didn't start with one thing. They didn't really start with one thing. They started solving problems. And then the more they solve problems, they even thought it as a strategy, but they just wanted to ensure that, oh, they kept on with that shiny object cliche word, pick a niche. Now, they started doing something and they started seeing more problems. They capitalized on those problems, expanded, and then they found out the kind of people they wanted to work with. They closed down again, and then they started digging deeper into that particular audience, finding out more of their problems. And as they are closing in, they are opening up, closing in, opening up, closing. And that is life for you. That's logical. But then they will now come and teach you strategy. Pick a niche, pick one thing and kill yourself there. It should be the only thing so that you can keep buying their course. you know so it's superior intelligence to identify information and sieve out what really, what is really for you and what's going to help you. Study your audience. Your niche is you and your audience. Your niche is who you want to help, and every problem that they may have that are within the context of what you can solve, what you have the ability or potential to solve. When I started out coaching people, I realized people were navigating towards me. People were coming to me for coaching. They were coming, they were getting a lot of value. They were coming for mentorship and all that. But then there was a missing link. Most times they create stuff, they get to that creation point and they stop. They don't know how to sell. It broke my heart. I took a long break. I took a long break on social media. From social media, I went to go and learn. What was I learning? Sales. I was learning business operations. I was learning marketing. I was learning, prospecting and what's it called, offer creation and stuff like that, copywriting and all that. I learned it with my clientele in mind, the kind of people that I want to serve. I learned it with them in mind, and I started expanding my program. So when I coach people, I teach them just beyond knowledge. I teach them just beyond, oh, create this, do this, become a person of value. I teach you how to sell. That's the difference. And I can isolate each of those things. I can isolate each of them and create a program out of it. So when it comes to sales and marketing, I can create a program on sales and marketing. I have a course on sales and marketing. You say you want to catch me from public speaking, I can create a program from public speaking. Communication skills, soft skills. I have trained in my profession. I have trained some of the, like, in fact, some of the highest authorities in my own profession. I have trained them. I'll still be training them again this coming this Friday. And that's simply because I understood my multiple expressions of value and I harnessed and honed them. I kept on building them. So I can isolate soft skills and deliver a soft skills program. I can isolate copywriting and teach copywriting. I can isolate content writing and teach it. I can isolate sales and teach it. That is the beauty of multi-dimensional prowess. Multi-dimensional excellence is possible. But some people don't understand it that way. So they will tell you, oh, pick a niche. You can never succeed if you don't pick a niche. If you don't kill yourself in one thing, if you don't die doing one thing, you're not going to be relevant in heaven. That's how some people sound. Okay? So I don't want you to think like that. I don't want you to think like that. Open your mind to possibilities. Open your mind to to what you can do. It's okay to say you want to start with one. It's okay to say, oh, you are overwhelmed. You want to keep this and keep this. It's called spacing. But that does not mean that you would automatically limit yourself to just one thing for life. No. It's okay to say, okay, let me do this and keep this, let me do this, gather this, do this, and all that. I taught people e-learning. After I taught it for like 4 cohorts, I said, okay, I'm done. I converted it into a course so that people coming to me will not be stranded. They won't come and say, and I'll say, oh, I don't have, I'm not doing this anymore. So when they came, they didn't meet me teaching it in terms of cohorts. They met a course. I sold the course to them. They bought it. Till today, people are still buying that course. Somebody will just randomly stroll in, randomly watch my video on YouTube and comes to that point and comes to my DM, oh, I want to buy this course. And I sell it to them. Now, branding. I moved from e-learning to branding. I learned a lot about branding. I felt other people should know. I started teaching branding. I started hosting classes, organizing master classes and boot camps, personal branding boot camp, you know, organizing a lot of those programs. And I started building authority in that area. And before you know what's happening, I was done first, second, third cohort. I was like, okay, yeah, you don't do me a beg. I don't to chop this one. Let me keep this. I put it into an audio course that was available. People will come, buy it, and I say, okay, now it's networking I want to do, how to meet people and connect with people. I realized it was one of the problems those people were having. So I teach people and I ask them, what do you want me to teach next? From that thing that they are saying, I'll know where to go and learn, what to go and learn. What are their problems that I need to go and help them with? How to meet people and connect with people. I start taking courses and I will go and do another thing, host another program, and then from there we have it. Now, ha, time would fail me. But let me say this one. No, the next one is defining yourself by your current or past circumstances. This one, I would do another session for this particular one. Okay? Maybe I will. Let me not promise what I cannot do. Let me not go and promise what I cannot do. Anything I'm going to be doing is what I wrote in my the outline for the inner circle. Okay, but please do not define yourself based on the circumstances that you're currently seeing, not past, not present. See yourself in the light of your future. Envision your future successful self. Okay, you may not have a car now. That's fine. Plenty of people in Nigeria don't even have car. The rich have sold their cars. They're now dragging along with us. The middle class, big men are now dragging back of chair with us. They don't want to pay for 2 seats. So all of us we are becoming poor. Everybody's becoming poor. But we are not going to be poor. We are not part of them. We are not part of the masses. Okay. So don't put yourself under so much pressure to impress anybody. Don't define yourself by your past experiences, your predicaments, your circumstances surrounding your life, or the kind of school you went to, the kind of neighborhood you are living in currently. Focus on what you can control. Don't focus on what you cannot control. Whatever is outside your circle of control, learn to just breathe it through. Don't let it define you. If you graduated at a third class, that doesn't define you. If you've been in a bad relationship in the past, that doesn't define you. Your account balance right now does not define you in any way. Trust me on that one. See, let me tell you, I've come to a point of awareness, mental awareness, and self programming, conscious programming, that even if I have 0 naira in my bank account, 0 naira, strip me off all my belongings, 0 naira, invite me to come and speak. I won't judge myself by what's in my account. I'll come in I will graciously grace that event. And when I speak, people will know that somebody arrived. People will know that something different is happening. When I speak, people will know. Part of the reasons is because I'm not speaking to you from my woes. No, I'm speaking from a point of abundance. I'm thinking futuristically. I'm seeing who I want to become. I'm seeing him. That's how I want you to view yourself. Download future lens in your life. Download it. Put future Googles on your eyes and see yourself from that lens. Okay? You may be looking at yourself right now and you're feeling like, okay, I don't have all it takes. I don't have a suit in my wardrobe. And then our church is saying we need suits for graduation. I don't have abada. I don't have this. My friends are doing get together, and all of them they are just calling money for donation, and I don't have. Oh, my friend is doing her wedding. She added me to family and friends. I be bridesmaid, bridal train, and the clothes, just the material for the bridal train is 100,000. I don't have. My dear, don't overwhelm yourself. There are some things will pass your power normally. You know, you're adding me to men on suit, or adding me to uh what did they even used to call it again? Friends of the groom and all that. I no go do pass my power. Oh. I have many friends. All of them are adding me to groups. All of them. And fortunately, it's like we're in a season where most of my friends are getting married. They're adding me to one. I'm seeing myself in plenty groups. Marriage. This one is people are donating 100K, 50. Somebody will just donate 50K. Donate me if it's 5K, I can do. I will do. If I cannot do, I'll tell you. I'll wish you well and pray for you, and I go my way. See, life is not meant to be so difficult. We make it so hard for ourselves. You overwhelm yourself with expectation from yourself and other people, and then you wonder why you're not going far. Don't define yourself based on those experiences. You don't have a car, you don't have a this, you don't have a that. That does not define your value, it doesn't define you. So finally, reprogramming. I'm going to tell us how to reprogram our minds in the next 4 minutes. Okay, the next 4 minutes. So I'm going to be doing this one like a radio show. Number one is repetition. Repetition. Whatever you are doing now, do quickly and repeat it. Whatever you are doing now, keep repeating. Learn. Keep repeating what you're learning. Keep taking those online courses over and over again. Keep listening to the right kind of people. See, that's why I recommend mentorship. If you sit under something like a teaching like this and you sit under it progressively, you keep listening to it, keep watching this, keep learning, keep upgrading, there's no way your life will not change. There's no way you won't get better. There's no way. So repetition, hang around people that will fill your mind with positive stuff, with ideas, with innovations, with the let's invest in this. Let's CJ consider another degree. CJ, there's this opportunity. I don't know if you have some money you can buy land here. That's the conversation you should be having. It's not between uh, uh, Boya Dash and Hector. No, Hector is all good ultimate search. Not between and white money and all those people. Who will you vote? You are using your hard-earned money to go and vote for people who don't need your money. I don't just understand how some people think sometimes. Like 50 naira, 100 naira, I don't know how much, 100 naira, 50 naira, using to vote, gather people to vote, spending time that you would have used for your business, for entertainment that will not benefit you in any way, right? So, repetition, keep repeating what really matters. Focus on what really matters, focus on what will help you grow and repeat it. Two, identify and eliminate limiting beliefs. We've identified a lot of them tonight. Write down which one appeals to you, which one calls to you deeply. Start working on them. Eliminate any belief, anything that is making you think you cannot eliminate it. Three, positive affirmations. Positive affirmations, okay? Learn to affirm positively. Learn to speak positive words into your life. Now, let me tell you this: making positive affirmations without actually working hard is noise making. Well organized, calculated noise making is nuisance to the ears, especially when you have neighbors. You keep disturbing them. Okay. So affirm positively. Okay. See, the world is filled with discouraging voices. Sometimes you may not be able to get the voices that would really push you forward. So become that voice to push yourself forward. In school those days, some of my lecturers will come to class and they're like, "You people don't know anything. This is your class. You're the worst set. Ah, class rep. You're not talking to your classmates. You people failed. You people wrote this one. Your class, you don't know anything. You're the..." As they're saying your class, you don't know anything. Me, I'm telling myself, oh more, I am a phenomenal speaker. I'm muttering it under my breath. I do not so much believe in affirmations for many reasons. I mean, saying a bunch of words and all that. But then it can be powerful if you blend the affirmations with work. If you blend what you're saying with what you're doing, okay? It's not just to believe, do. So I'll tell myself, come on now. People invite me to come and speak at big events. Look at Shikan invited me. This one invited me, and you come to tell me, you people are not this one. That one concern you. Hey, it concern you. It's even you that need help. Because where I'm going, where I'm seeing my future like this, are powerful. So I learned to mutter those things under my breath. I am a fantastic speaker. I'm a great learner. I can't be stopped. I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable. I'm not a dummy. I'm smart. I'm intelligent. I'm brilliant. I'm freaking amazing, man. I'm amazing. So the next one, visualization. The power of visualization. Learn to see that success. Learn to see it. Learn to see it. Close your eyes and imagine it and see it come true. All those things that you've imagined, those things that you've desired, those things that you know you deserve, imagine it come true. See yourself speaking on that stage. See yourself manifesting those excellent potentials. See yourself living a happy life with a happy family, in a happy marriage. Visualize it. It's possible. The next one, ah, time will fail me. Subliminal encoding. Subliminal encoding. What does it mean? Start start tricking your brain to learn. Please, I know I've overshot. I know I've overshot. I know. Forgive me. I tried my best to concise this class. I tried my best, but it seemed to be one of the most difficult compressions I've attempted in a while. Forgive me. Forgive me. Some people may have slept. That's fine. That's fine. You know. But subliminal encoding, subliminal messaging or subliminal encoding, what does it mean? Trick your brain to start learning, trick your brain to start growing, trick your mind to start advancing, trick yourself into growth. So what am I saying? Whatever you enjoy, blend it into growth. Whatever you enjoy. Let me give you examples, classical examples. Follow people you learn from on social media. So somehow, as those distractions are coming, you are learning from the distractions. You are getting encouraged by the distractions. You are utilizing the distractions effectively. You are learning about investment, about strategy. There are people that I follow, and when I follow them, I go and do their notification. I activate notification, and all posts notify me all of their posts. I want to see them. There are some people like that I follow on Instagram. So if you open my Instagram, you may run away. You may run away. You will be angry with me, because what you'll be seeing, definitely this audience I'm speaking to, you are enlightened, so you will love it. And you will love it. Investment strategies. Oh, Jim Ron. Oh, John Maxwell. Oh, those kind of things. That's what fills my space. Why? Because I get easily distracted. I won't lie. These days it's so hard to stay focused. So if you find out that it's getting so hard to stay focused, rewire your focus, rewire your distractions. Let your distractions be in your favor. at least for now. Okay, subliminal encoding. The kind of movies you watch, start watching movies that will teach you and instruct you and guide you and empower you. The kind of movies I used to watch, if I have time, if I want to watch movie, I'll be sure that movie has something to teach me, either medically or in the education sector. It has something tangible that I will grab, or maybe it's an edifying movie, maybe a very spiritual movie that I will be blessed by, right? So I don't just decide, oh, which movie is trending. They say a kingdom more. I'll go and start watching. Which movie is Jagun Jagun? What will I learn? Somebody cannot explain to. If I can't find out what I really really learn, if it's just for entertainment, that's why you will never see me spending my time, my hard-earned time, to watch shows like BB Niger. Of course, I have my personal reservations against the program. If you're angry with me, I don't apologize for that. But there are many, many, many reasons why I can't sit down. Yes, I've tried to sit down and justify why people watch this. They say, okay, some people told me, I have friends who told me, oh, this is educational. There are some educational, apart from this, the obscene displays that they do once in a while. There are educational programs there and then and then. It's just like bringing food and adding a little bit of poison, and then you eat it because, oh, after all. But this one is now like bringing poison and adding a little bit of food, and people are still eating the food. They are eating the poison with a little bit of food just because a little bit of food exists. I owe nobody any apology for not understanding. Maybe I will still not understand later, sha, but let's get over that one. Subliminal encoding. Watch shows, movies, hang out with people who would empower your mind, who upgrade you, even when you are not aware. So now you are consciously creating the avenue for a subconscious reprogramming. Change your environment, change your circle, change your network, change the people you follow, unfollow some people, block some people, mute some people, follow some people. Again, okay, ah, I'm going to skip some. Yeah, because I've said them earlier somehow. Okay. Now, the next one is fail fast and fail forward. When I did the session on fear, I addressed this one. So please, you can go back to that session and listen to what I said about failure. Okay. Now, fail forward. Okay. If you must fail, fail forward. When you fail, pick up lessons and move forward. Move ahead, move ahead, move ahead. There's no time. There's no time to waste time to sulk over past failures. Pick the lessons and move. That's what makes you exceptional. Now, the next one is conscious reset. A conscious reset. What do I mean? See, sometimes you will catch yourself. This is the last thing. This is the last one. We have finished. Okay, we are finished. We are done. We're almost done. Almost done. But this is the last point. Now, sometimes you will catch yourself off guard. See, sometimes I catch myself arguing with bike men over 50 naira or 100 naira change. And I remind myself who I am. You know, it's not that some days the argument, I will win the argument on some days. So let me tell you, on some days I'll win. But sometimes I'm just like, for 100 naira, like, instead I'm a hungry person, this 100 naira will save my life. This person probably needs it more than me. Probably has a family somewhere. The woman selling banana on the street, you will catch yourself trying to underprice her, and she's now explaining to you, my son, it's not, me, this is where I'm using to train my children. Must he get to that point? She has told you my gain on this thing is 500 naira, and if I sell it for you at this point, I won't have gain. But you're arguing and fighting. There are some things that you have to consciously reset. Press the reset button. You know, you just be like, oh, poverty, is that you? I beg, get out. Let me think well. You you are You know, somebody offers you luxury. Oh, this is a luxury product. I'm gifting you this, and you're just like, oh, this person should have converted this into money. Which one is this one again? You know, somebody gives you money to enter boat, you pocket the money and enter Okada and trek the remaining. Some of those fancy things, some of those funny things, funny experiences. Learn to like catch yourself in between and press reset button. Okay, now I can think like a wealthy person. Let me think in abundance. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's it. And if you have questions, drop the questions in the inner circle. We have spent so much time here, and I hope you got value. I hope you got value. This is brought to you by the Inner Circle mentorship, okay, ICM, and we've been having series of. I think this should be the second. This should be the second session that we are having officially since the Inner Circle kicked off. We meet weekly. Some other sessions will be coming more frequently. But this is what we have been doing. It's a framework, and the framework is from mindset to launch. Okay, so we are still in the realm of mindset. We are still in the realm of the mind, mindset, clarity, unboxing. You know, by I think the next session or the next few sessions should be targeting clarity. Okay, clarity. That one I may or may not make it an open session. I'll check, but it may not be an open session. Maybe it will be. It will be just for the inner circle, to be just for the inner circle. Yes. So it's going to be like a round table where you get to ask a lot of questions, and we'll pick out. There's no way. See that call. Don't miss it for anything. There's no way you attend that session and you don't leave the session knowing exactly what you want to do. I can promise you, it's almost impossible. I can brag with that one. There's no way you will finish that session and you don't know exactly what you are going to start working on, your next moves. It's impossible, practically impossible. I've interviewed, you see this book is a book of people's, let me not bring it too close so that you not see anything, but it's a book of people's problems. This one I was even interviewing the person, answering his questions and drawing him at the same time. So this is a book of people's problems, clarity calls, and must have been way up to, must be up to 100 different people, right? Answering questions. And so I have done this so much that I can categorically tell you there's no way you will attend that session and you will not get clarity. So at least start your journey. Okay. So that should be our next session, or maybe we'll have one. I'll check whatever information there is to pass. I'll pass it in the inner circle. And if you have a question here, drop it in the mentorship group, and I'll get to answer it. I'll get to answer you. I'll drop you a response. So that's it for tonight. For those who want to join my inner circle program, i don't think I don't think it's still possible. I don't think it's still possible to join. But then there's a waiting room. If I change my mind, I'll mention it there. But I don't really think um it's possible. I don't really think. Except you have no, I will not. Let me not promise what I cannot do. And let me not promise. So um somebody was asking me for the next cohort yesterday or 2 days ago, and I said I'm not too sure, but it's going to be sometime next year. It's going to be sometime next year. If not February, maybe March. But I know I may be taking a break again to rest. Like I will need to take a break to rest. So sometime next year, early next year, I would have the next cohort. If you're interested, join. A lot of people join the waiting room. They were not even opening the group. Me, I don't have energy. I've maxed out. I've gotten the number of people that I plan to have. Currently there are 70 people enrolled in the program. 70 people, and 70 was the target. 70 was the target. So anyone that I'm taking now, I mean, it must have been a lot of consideration and consideration and consideration that would make me bring someone into the inner circle. It must be, maybe I made the person the promise, oh, you can, I'll let you know when the program opens for enrollment, and I forgot. Then I now meet them again and they tell me, oh, is it, that's the only thing, previous conversation or friendship or something that will make me consider. But for now, no. So yeah, that's it for tonight. That's it for tonight. I hope you got value, and do have an amazing night rest. Okay, I see some people are still following. Good, 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 good. Some people are still following, but they are like a few minutes behind. Maybe it's network. So if you are still here with me up to this point, I would like you to say something. Okay, say something, share the video, say something nice in the comment section, um, say hi, and yes, introduce yourself. Those of you who are still here, please introduce yourself. I'll put it up on the screen. Okay, so anybody who gets to watch this video can see what you do and maybe contact you if they need your service. So tell us what you do. Sell yourself in the comment section. I'm going to be back here to start putting them up. Have have a great time doing that. So let me go and read the comments from the fresh start. Wow, today was really fantastic. Man, see comments. Hey, see comments. See comments. That's nice. That's nice. Somebody asked how was my Sunday. Faith asked how was my Sunday. My Sunday was nice. It was good. It was good. I'll share some things with you all in the inner circle, but that'll be later. I don't want to say it here. I'm going to share some things with you all. Um, Good evening, coach. Good evening, everyone. Yes, I can hear you. Okay, okay, okay. Good, 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 good. Let's see your face. Okay, this is where the fun started. Yeah. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, 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 okay. Good, 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 good. So if you are still here with me, keep commenting. We've done a very fantastic job tonight. Over 2 hours of learning and sharing. Um, Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, seed of human wisdom, thoughts, ideas. Good. Repeating patterns makes your mind run on autopilot. Good, good. So you get to repeat certain things, certain behaviors, certain attributes, certain habits, certain mindsets, certain words, to the point where your brain reads it as default mode. Automatically your brain recognizes that this is you. Okay, so the next one is, let me see another comment. Nature nurture rule. Yeah, there are some things that are beyond your exposure. You won't believe they're possible. Yes, I listen to you. Is your vocal? Oh, okay, okay. One of the major reasons I listen to you is your vocabulary. Oh, interesting. That's nice. That's nice. That's really nice. Okay, good, 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 good. This is so true. I struggled with this till I intentionally decided to break free. Took intentional steps and became better. I'm still on a journey though. Beautiful. God bless you, Linda Onyemeforo. You shall not have missed you too. Well done. Well done. Oh, well done. I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm still loving this session. You see, for me, for me, love is a mutual thing in my inner circle. I can categorically say I love you all, and I mean it. I can categorically say it, and every individual there, I can really, really vouch for myself that I mean what I'm saying when I say I love you. And I can't separate myself from the inner circle. I can't think of myself. I can't even think of whatever I'm building without thinking of the inner circle. So it's become a part of me. It's become a huge part of me. So um, I'm always excited. I'm always excited to share time with my inner circle. It processes what it's fed with. To break off from slavery, you have to first break free from mental slavery. Beautiful, beautiful. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Good, good. We can think freely. Good. So don't think outside the box. Break it and think freely. Okay. Good. Yeah. Step out of the box. Oh, good. Good. I love this. Step out of the box. Break it and think freely. Make nobody carry you put for inside box again. Nobody should try it. Nobody. Nobody. Scarcity mentality. Think of return on investment. Good. Under the box. Break it completely so that you can think freely. Good. Ah, no, no. You are attentive. Dorothy, I promised you something. My goodness. Ah, I'll definitely do it tonight. I'll do it tonight. Thank you for joining, Dorothy. Um, I had a very scary, a very busy day. Very very busy day. But it's one of those things. It's one of those things. I had to. Um, Somebody told me recently, "Hope you get to rest today," and I told her I'll rest on Monday. maybe maybe in between work I'll find time to rest on Monday. It gets overwhelming sometimes. So it's one of those things. It's one of those things. Please be resting. Be resting. Rest is good. Be resting. We all have to be resting. Huh? Okay. Put you on a mind control system. Tammy Bankins. Longest time. Longest time. Good to see you. Good to have you in my session. Extremely cautious on things that take most of your time. Yeah. If you're not careful, they keep you on the mind control system. Yeah. And this, to reiterate, good. Society, family, religion, academics, media, marriage. Good. Good. I love this. Good. Good. Thank you for sharing your experiences. Thank you for sharing your experiences. Julia, thank you for coming around. Edward Sheku Sese. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad. Good to have you. Good to have you here, Edward. Good to have you here. So if you're seeing this from any of the social platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Instagram, no. But you're seeing it on LinkedIn or Facebook or YouTube, follow the channel. Hit the like button, subscribe or follow or which other thing. On LinkedIn is follow. Facebook is follow too. Okay. Follow. Send me a message if you want to connect with me. If we're meeting for the first time, send me a message. Okay. Um Hasty generalization, some call it law of T. Someone needs me at my current level. Good. Someone needs you just where you are right now. Someone needs you. Someone needs you. You can pull someone out as long as you are in that position to help. You can. Okay. Good. Perfectionism. Guilty. Looking for a rot. Okay, okay. If you hide under the rock, we'll come and carry the rock. We'll lift the rock up. Good. Leads to procrastination. You may end up not taking the necessary actions, the needed actions. I remember when I was, yeah, good, 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 good. Oh, very, very interesting comments. Like, if you never start, you will never know what is possible for you. Absolutely fantastic. Successful people are hardworking people. The harder and smarter they work, the process becomes seamless. Good. Hard and smart. That's the goal. That's the secret. And Sean is in your enough mindset. Okay. Light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. Okay. And the woman no pot. Okay. A system of support is causing more beggars. Exactly. Exactly. This is when I was talking about how churches are empowering entitlement, enabling entitlement. Okay. We're not, we're really getting it upside down. We're getting upside down. We're getting upside down. We can do better by empowering people, teaching them, you know, getting them at the mind level, getting them at the mind level. When you empower a man by giving him food, he eats for himself and he dies. When you empower a man by changing his mind, he can empower another generation. What the best you can give a man, give him food, akara, moi moi bread, he will eat it, and at the end of that eating, he will need more. He will get more hungry because he has been waiting for you, and you will not come because the economy is hard. He will die off. But when you empower him and teach him how to make his own money, teach him how to rule his own world, he will be able to empower not just himself but another generation. So that's trying than someone that's just begging, not trying anything. Yeah, entitlement mentality create more consumer mindset than producer. Yeah, we all know one. Open up the gap constraints in your mind. Okay, I've pulled this one up before. I'm enjoying this clarity. Me speaking one thing. Okay, coach broke a lot of. Yeah, I did. Superior intelligence see that information and pick out what it's for you and what is not. Yes. Oh, thank you. This has always been my problem. Good to Ikagusi Augustine. Augustine, I'll please send me a message. Send me a message on, I don't know where. Send me a message on WhatsApp. Send me a message on WhatsApp. Okay. Um, I hope we're already connected on WhatsApp. So maybe you can send a message from there. I'm getting value. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this premium value. Oh, I'm getting value. Good, good. Focus on what you can control. Learn to breathe through whatever is out of your control. Good, good. Which one is between Man U and Chelsea again? Okay, thank you. Okay, prospecting, offer creation, sales, fail fast, fail forward. I love this. I love this. Timeless wisdom, Nathan, Pete. Good. Thank you. I got value. I got value. Thank you for today's value. Okay. Thank you for the gift of. Oh, thank you, Messi George. Thank you. I appreciate. I got value from this session. Thanks, coach. Thank you. Thank you, Oluwabukola. Thank you, Faith. Thank you, Messi George. Thank you, Julia Alu. Thank you, Hadiza, Global Hadiza. The 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 English is not coming to my head very well. The phenomenal Hadiza, fashion designer par excellence. Happy to have you here. Happy to have you here. Victor Azuatalam. Yes, I got the pronunciation. Good. Victor is a designer. So I am Victor Azuatalam. I help brands and businesses gain online visibility through media, social media designs, and content marketing, and equally help them scale by creating and marketing their digital products. Fantastic industry, fantastic stuff you're doing, Victor. Fantastic stuff you're doing, and I hope that someone who needs this will definitely come across it and they will reach out to you. Obviously, if anybody reaches out to me to ask for your service from here, I'll send them your contact. I'll send them your contact. So one thing you can also be doing with time, whenever you put your details, put your contact. Okay, I don't think YouTube will let you display. Yeah, YouTube will not allow you to put your phone number in the comment section. It won't allow you. So whenever people need your service and they contact me, I'll definitely reach out to you. So we've come to the end of the session, fam. Have an amazing night rest. We've come to the end. Come to the end. Thank you all. Thank you all, and have an amazing night rest. Bye.